listen, all I got to say, you know, and then a lot of people may say this is wrong, but you know, walking down the street and I see like a community down where I live, and I don't know if they're Pakistani or Indian, it doesn't matter to me. It could be Arab for all I care, and they may sound like racist talk, but
we're not. We're far from it.
We're far from it.
We have friends from all sorts of backgrounds.
I look down and they seem, everybody, like they seem to have their separate own community. And when I look down, they give me the eye, like I shouldn't look at them. But you know what, Holmes? This is my fucking city too, man. So if I want to stare, I'm going to stare because I want to know what the hell the fuck you doing.
If a guy's staring at me, I might think he's gay. Yeah. So
no, this was
that's
like,
the only thing.
No, this was like I was sitting because I was always
I'm not putting down the gay community. Just we're not gay, and I feel uncomfortable when a guy is looking at me because.
No, this was different.
I feel like he's checking me out.
No, this was different. When I'm walking,
I feel like a piece of meat, damn it.
No, I just looked down and they look at me so suspicious. Now, why would you look at me suspicious? Now, we remember we had the terrorist thing in Mississauga.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
That's a suburb. That's a city just outside of Toronto, Mississauga.
And as I walk down, just a few blocks from me, I see there's two houses down there, and it's those kind of guys. And I don't know how more to say it. To be polite about it, right? Those kind of guys.
They had their own dress.
Yeah, the only thing, and they're in the car, and I pass by and I look, and I guess I must have stared too long, and they stared back at me, like checking me out. So guess what I did? I just keep staring, and I just walk back, and I stared back again, because you know what? I'm not going to be intimidated.
Because he has a death wish. No, kidding.
No, because I'm Canadian. As far as I'm concerned, is that I mean, if you come to this country, whatever your political views should end when you enter here.
I don't know about that, but it would be nice if people made like an effort to adapt. To I don't know what's the word, to adapt, or to at least learn some of the ways of the Canadian ways, if you want to call it.
Well, look, my people. We have my Guyanese, we have our Trinis. We come over here. We have Muslims, we have Hindus, and we have Christians, right, and Catholics, which is me. And we all come here from the Caribbeans and stuff like that. Now, we adapt here. We are socialized. We work hard. We socialize with the Canadian
raise
society.
A family here.
Raise a family. You know what I mean? We never discriminate against anything. I mean, so when these people come here, which, I mean, it sounds wrong either way, because they make me feel that anything that I say, maybe it's the government or people or them themselves, make me feel that anything that I say is a discriminatory remark to them.
Yeah.
Okay, in other words, if I went to India.
So you're saying terrorism has affected you.
It's affected me.
It's made you overly cautious.
Not overly cautious. It's just it's made me that I know that there's shit going to go down in Toronto. I feel it. I can feel that there's.
Hopefully not.
You know, but the thing is that if I go to any of those countries, I cannot exercise my right as who I am in their culture.
Yeah,
so,
maybe,
if they come here and they scream for all of this, how fair is this to me? How fair is it to the society of Canada? I know we're a forgiving society, we adapt to everything. But you cannot go to their country and do this. You cannot go to the country and like, hey man, give me a beer, show me a hooker, or something, you know what I mean? You can't do stuff. You can't do a lot of things, and if you do things over there, they'll cut your nuts. Okay? Canada don't cut nobody's nuts. So
they might squeeze them a little bit, you know.
Well, they'll squeeze yours because you're a hard-working, tax-paying guy. You got
the little
and stuff, you know. Of course, you know,
grunts.
because they're gonna look at it and they're gonna feel that you didn't pay enough taxes. Right?
Oh, God forbid! Oh my God!
Oh my God! We sound like a revolutionary front here.
But we're not.
Oh, Viva Canada! Viva!
Hey, I usually say it at the end of the show, but I want to say it now. One world, one people, one love.
One love.
All right.
And many kinds of beers.
That's good too.
Oh, but you know, and the kids come up here.
Hey, where's the music?
Oh, we need music.
Oh my goodness.
Cut. Time.
Tony Rocker, dude.
This is G-Man here.
Welcome to shootingtheshit.com.
So,
cheers. Health, happiness.
Canadian International Salute. There you go.
Canadian International, right? One world, one people.
One roof.
One love.
One love. So, we're not going to pick on the average Joe because we are the average Joe. And we would never even think about that. But who we would like to pick on?
The government.
The government.
Hey, everybody's got something to say, right?
It could be the Canadian government, the United States government, but see, I live in Canada, so let me pick on my government.
Yeah.
So I have a word to say to my government, the Canadian government. Pricks. Woo! Okay? First of all...
Well, why do you say that, though?
Why?
Where is that anger coming from?
Well,
why?
Ask me.
Why are we pissed off?
Well, ask when last time I had a real vacation. I paid vacation with a 50%
Last time I was on a plane, I mean, you know, I was so young I couldn't even drive. I mean, that's how young I was.
So what our increase in our wages, what is like 3%?
2.5%, 3% if you're lucky.
So gas is up.
Gas is $1.10
Property taxes up.
I mean, they say we have a great standard of living, which is probably true.
Yeah.
But
we pay for it.
The cost of living is really high too. You know what I mean? So,
but you know what? I should be a politician. I get a vacation, and I could get a 20% raise. Is it 20%, 50? Oh, sorry, maybe a 30%. Whatever I want to vote myself for a raise, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Take a vote.
I should not be a blue collar worker. I should be like one of those stripe collar workers. You know, you get my drift, you criminals. You know, you're robbing us. Here's my prediction for the future.
Here's a quick.
I'm gonna kick you guys, politicians' asses, because you guys are a bunch of numbnuts.
Look, it's a very simple way to tell that a country's economy is doing well. Very simple way. Ask the average person, average worker out on the street, do you have money in your pockets? Yeah. If they have money in their pockets to spare, economy's doing all right. If they're living from paycheck to paycheck, like most of us are doing, economy ain't gonna fare so well.
Yeah.
If the little guy's happy, like us, the economy's happy. Just like they say, 2/3 of a country's economy runs on sales. People actually going out and buying goods and services. 2/3 of that is dependent on us. 2/3 of the country's economy. So think about it.
And think about the overtime. Don't you get enough money? So what, you want to tax us on our overtime?
Here's an idea. Thank you. You gave me a good idea. I had this idea for a while and you just reminded me.
Yeah, because it's been on my mind for a while.
You want to do a big favor to the little person?
Give us our overtime. Leave it alone.
Exactly. Don't tax overtime.
And don't tax our vacation pays.
Don't tax overtime.
And vacation pays.
If person's working overtime, it's not because they want to stay away from home and their kids and family.
Yeah,
because they have to.
Breathe chemicals all day like I do.
Poor guy works in a factory. I work outside. I'm walking all day. I work shift work. I work weekends, Saturdays, Sundays.
No time for the come
straight
over.
time.
Man.
I got little kids, you know, like they're 2 years old.
But you guys
now they're like
think about
8 or 9. Anyway.
But you guys don't think about it because...
Don't tax overtime. That's a huge thing that you can do for people in this country who work on hourly wages.
Leave my overtime alone.
Okay? How's that, Mr. Government? How's that?
They probably won't do it because they think it's a big revenue. But you know what? We just don't do overtime. I do it like 4 or 5 hours now because I figure you can't get my ass.
No, you know what you do even better? I'll tell you what, people.